It's time for Mr. Tat, and that stands for my response to a tweet. Today's tweet says, "What do you think of the Planned Parenthood vote? What do you think of the Planned Parenthood vote?" Seems like a real simple question to ask, but here's my response. The fact that we're even having this conversation after the whole world has been enlightened to what is taking place at Planned Parenthood is very disturbing. How is mass mutilation and mass murder even up for a vote? How does that happen in a place like America? Especially after we have been enlightened to what is taking place inside of this organization. And here's the vote. The vote is not to get rid of this butcher shop. This is the part that's even more amazing. It's not even to get rid of it. Nobody's even having a discussion about that this thing shouldn't even exist in a place like America. The discussion and the vote is on funding, on them receiving taxpayer money to continue their barbarism. It's utterly amazing to me. But as amazed as I am, it shouldn't be because, look at the liberals. They stand up for Islam while they're cutting Christians' heads off. They're mutilating and burning alive people that just believe in Jesus. And you don't hear a peep from the liberals. So I shouldn't be utterly amazed at what's happening with these babies inside of this Planned Parenthood organization. I shouldn't be surprised because I'm watching in the president's hometown where over 400 young black men have been murdered. Lives totally taken away over things as petty as shoes. And you don't hear a peep from the president. A young man gets the police called on him because he looks like he has a clock bomb, and the president invites him to the White House because he's Muslim and he wants to make it like there's some kind of racist thing going. But they're voting on defunding someone who is cutting up babies, keeping them alive so they can harvest their brain, taking their organs and selling them. And this thing is up for a vote based on funding. It's almost tantamount to the Jews being in the gas chamber, 15,000 of them dying a day. And we want to sit down and talk with Hitler. And then we want to put this thing up to a vote just to defund the Jews being massacred. And even more disturbing than all of this, there is a group of people that's standing up for this. They're standing up for the continued funding of American children getting chopped up for recreational financial gain. And they're standing in the way of it. Like the people that's for the defunding is doing a tremendous disservice to humanity. They are actually standing up for Planned Parenthood to continue to get taxpayer funds to continue killing children. And they are standing in the gap for this like they are doing children and women and humanity a huge favor. Can you imagine Hitler saying, "I'm doing the world a favor. Why are you standing in the way of me massacring these Jews?" The mayor of Chicago saying, I'm doing the world a favor. Why are you standing in the way of black kids killing black kids? That's like someone standing in the gap on behalf of Jeffrey Dahmer and Charles Manson saying, I'm doing the world a favor for eating black kids and killing actresses and stuff like this. This is what's actually taking place in America? And it's up for a vote. How does something like this even be discussed? How do you negotiate this thing? Like there is no other women's health provider on the planet, and Planned Parenthood is the only one of its kind that can service women and give them a right to choose. There are well over 16,000 women organizations that do not participate in abortions on any level that can service these women, and they can still have their right to choose. But these people have been exposed for mutilating American children, African American children. And these same people running for president saying they care about our black children, but you're standing in the gap to make sure that a large portion of them get chopped up and sold, being bidded upon over lunch, eating a salad while they're talking about a liver, eating a steak while they're talking about a baby's head being harvested, and he needs to stay alive as long as possible. Man, oh my God, does not even begin to say it. Lord have mercy doesn't even begin to have the right kind of cry out. And this is in America. Wow. In America, the land of the free, the home of the brave. And these children don't have an opportunity to be free or brave for another human being to be able to have more money in their pocket to participate in all of the joys of America. This is how we maintain wealth. And the sad part about it is that it's up for a vote. It's being debated, it's being discussed, when it's just downright evil and disgusting. Hey, I'm Phil Williams, and this is my response to this tweet on The Phil Williams Show.